Bethany, do you have a moment? There's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, that's unusual. You don't usually come to me for advice.
Well, it's not about work. It's something personal.
Personal? And you think it's something you can discuss with an old woman like me?
Of course! I want to talk to you precisely because you're someone I trust and respect.
Well, I don't know how much help I'll be, but go on.
The thing is, I'm currently in a relationship.
Oh? Well, that's not surprising. You're beautiful, so of course you'd have a boyfriend.
But he's married.
What?
Yes, he has a wife.
Wait a second. Are you telling me you're involved in an affair?
I know how it sounds, but please hear me out. This isn't just some fling. We truly love each other. And he told me he's going to leave his wife for me.
I see. And what exactly is the problem?
His wife refuses to divorce him. She's clinging to him, even though he wants to be with me. If it weren't for her, we'd already be planning our future together.
Promise. Are you absolutely sure that's what he wants?
What do you mean?
I mean, is he really trying to leave her, or is he just saying that to keep you around?
That's not it at all. Brad truly wants to be with me. He's said so over and over again.
Wait, Nathan?
Oh, oops. That wasn't supposed to slip out.
Are you telling me that the man you're having an affair with is my husband?
I guess the secret's out now. Yeah, your husband and I are together, so, sorry about that.
What kind of joke is this?
It's not a joke, it's the truth. Your husband and I have a real connection, a deep love. But because you're still holding on to your title as his wife, we can't be together like we're supposed to be.
So you're telling me to just step aside?
It would really make things easier, yes. I mean, let's be honest. Nathan is an elite executive. Someone like him should be with a woman who matches his status. Someone young, beautiful, like me. Not a plain aging wife who's just clinging to the past.
We got married when we were young. Things were different then.
Even so, you have to admit, you don't really fit the role of a vice president's wife anymore. Wouldn't it be best to just sign the papers and move on?
You're seriously asking me to divorce my husband just like that?
Yes, it's really the best thing for everyone.
And you think I'm just going to take your word for it? That I'll believe my husband, has been cheating on me and wants to leave? We've been doing just fine. We have a life together.
That's what you think, but Nathan complains about you all the time. He tells me he's miserable, that he can't stand being stuck in a marriage that's long past its expiration date.
I don't.
Look, I didn't come here to fight. I just wanted to give you a little push in the right direction. It's time to move on. Him and I have a future to build, and you're just in the way.
You're awfully confident for someone who's asking me to give up my marriage.
Why wouldn't I be? I already have Nathan's heart. The paperwork is just a formality at this point.
And what if I say no? What if I refuse?
Oh, Bethany, I was hoping you'd be reasonable about this, but if you insist on dragging this out, well, it's only going to make things uglier.
Are you threatening me?
Not at all. I'm just saying things can either go smoothly or they can get messy. If you fight this, you'll only be prolonging your own humiliation. And trust me, once the truth comes out, it won't look good for you.
The truth? You mean the story you've spun in your head?
Think whatever you like. The fact remains, Nathan is leaving you. The sooner you accept that, the better.
I don't believe you, not without hearing it from him directly.
Then ask him. He won't lie to you. Well, maybe he will, just to spare your feelings, but in the end, he's mine.
I see. You're awfully smug for someone who had to steal another woman's husband.
Steal? Oh, no. Nathan was never really yours to begin with. I'm just claiming what was always meant to be mine.
I hope you're prepared for the consequences of what you're doing.
I'm not worried. Unlike you, I know how to keep a man interested.
You truly have no shame, do you?
Why should I? I won, didn't I?
We'll see about that.
Oh, we will. But just do yourself a favor and make this easy, okay? You'll save yourself a lot of trouble.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Well, it's your choice, but in the end, the result will be the same.
We'll see.
Bethany, how's the product development coming along? Everything on track?
Yes, we're making steady progress. I've been working closely with the team to ensure everything is on schedule. Of course, I take deadlines very seriously.
That's good to hear. I don't doubt your abilities, but you know how it is. Deadlines are deadlines. No matter how talented someone is, timing is everything in this industry. Make sure you don't fall behind.
I'll make sure everything stays on schedule.
That's what I like to hear. You're the ace of the product development team, Bethany. Everyone knows that. I expect nothing less than top-notch results from you.
I appreciate that. I'll do everything I can to contribute to the company's success.
Your dedication is admirable. I'm sure the vice president is also proud of your work. He must be pleased to have such a capable wife who also excels in her career.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Huh? That's an odd response. Did something happen? You don't sound as confident as usual. Don't tell me you two had a fight.
No, nothing like that. Actually, my husband and I have never fought, not even once since we got married.
Never? Not even a small argument? Well, that's rare. Most couples butt heads every now and then. My wife and I argue all the time.
I know, right? People always assume we must have disagreements, but we never have. We've always respected each other's opinions and found ways to work things out without conflict.
That's impressive. If you've never fought, then what's the problem? From the outside, it sounds like you have an ideal marriage.
That's what I believed too, but now a serious issue has come up. I'm not sure how things will unfold from here.
A serious issue? What do you mean?
I can't go into too much detail just yet. Right now, it's just a suspicion. I don't have enough evidence to say anything for certain.
I see. That's a tricky situation. If you're not ready to talk about it, I won't pry. These kinds of things, they're best handled carefully. You don't want to jump to conclusions without being sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, I don't even know how much of it I should believe myself.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. A part of me wants to believe it's nothing, that I'm overthinking things, but another part of me feels like I can't ignore what I've seen so far.
I get it. Sometimes our gut tells us something is off before we even have solid proof, but until you're sure, it's hard to know how to react.
Exactly. If I assume the worst and I'm wrong, I could ruin something that was never broken in the first place. But if I ignore it and it turns out to be true...
You could end up regretting it.
Yeah.
That's tough, Bethany. I won't pretend to know exactly what you're going through, but I do know one thing. Family matters are never simple. No matter how strong a relationship seems, unexpected things can shake it.
That's what I'm realizing.
Don't apologize for being vague. You don't owe anyone an explanation until you're ready. Just know that if you ever need to talk, I'm here.
Thank you. Depending on how things unfold, I might need to ask for some advice later.
Of course. Whatever happens, just put yourself first. At the end of the day, you're the one who has to live with the decisions you make. Don't let anyone pressure you into choosing a path that doesn't feel right.
That means a lot. It really does.
And Bethany, just remember, you're an important part of this company. No matter what's happening in your personal life, you've got people here who respect you, support you, and will always have your back.
That really means a lot. Thank you.
Jane, how's that discussion going? Have you been making progress with the divorce?
Yes, I've been having that conversation.
What? Are you serious? You're actually going through with it?
I confronted Nathan about you. And he admitted it. He told me everything about your relationship, about the affair.
Finally! He's been saying he'd get a divorce for so long, but now he's actually doing it. It took long enough.
So, just as you wanted, I'll go ahead and give him the divorce.
Good. Just make sure that once you're divorced, you don't go clinging on to Brad. He's moving on with me. We're going to be happy together, and I don't want you getting in the way.
Oh, don't worry about that. Any love I had for that cheating man is completely gone. You can have him. Do whatever you like.
Huh, as if I needed your permission. Nathan already chose me.
Well, now that you've got what you wanted, I assume we're done here. I have work to do.
Hold on a minute. Just because the divorce is settled doesn't mean everything is over.
What do you mean?
You, Nathan, and I all work at the same company. That's going to be inconvenient, don't you think?
For who?
For me, obviously. It would be so awkward seeing you around the office after all this. You should just quit.
Excuse me? Why would I be the one to leave? Why should I have to give up both my home and my career?
Because none of it was supposed to belong to you in the first place. You were never meant to be the vice president's wife, and you certainly weren't meant to be the top ace of the product development department. You sat in that high position all because you married Brad, even though you barely contribute anything. Honestly, I have no idea how anyone ever called you an ace. Oh wait, maybe they were just sucking up to you because you were the vice president's wife. Makes sense now. I bet a lot of people in the company were annoyed. So many talented people could have taken that position, but instead it was wasted on someone like you.
That's not true.
Oh, and where exactly does your confidence come from? I genuinely don't understand. The only reason you've lasted this long is because of Nathan. You don't actually have any skills, let's be real. All you ever do is sit at your desk, typing away at your computer, pretending to work. Tell me, have you actually developed anything recently? Anything meaningful?
I haven't released anything recently, but I am in the middle of an important project.
Excuses. How long does it take you to finish one thing? Years? That's laughable. A useless employee like you has no place in our company. You need to leave. I'm sure Nathan saw it too. That's probably why he got sick of you and came to me instead.
That's not true.
Oh, but it is. Now that I'm going to be the vice president's wife, I'll be taking control of the product development department as well. And soon enough, I'll be running this company exactly how I want.
You running the company? You haven't even done anything yet. What kind of results have you produced? You think you can just waltz in here and take over?
Oh, shut up. Who cares about results? When you hold the title of vice president's wife, you can do whatever you want, just like you did. And who knows, maybe one day Nathan will become the president and I'll be the vice president. No, better yet, I'll be the president's wife. Imagine that! I'll have this entire company in the palm of my hand.
So that's what this was about. You planned this from the beginning.
Of course. The current president is just an old man, but Nathan, he's still young, someone I could easily win over, and look how well it worked out. Now, do me a favor and hurry up and resign. If you won't leave willingly, I'll just have Nathan use his authority to fire you.
So, what you're saying is, even if I do quit, it wouldn't make a difference to you?
Obviously not. The sooner you're gone, the better.
Fine, if that's what you want.
So, you'll be handing in your resignation?
Yes, I'll be leaving.
Finally! This worked out perfectly for me!
I just told the department head that I'm quitting today.
Ha! That took way too long. You really dragged it out, didn't you? What was the point of that?
It wasn't like that. There were a lot of things to wrap up, you know. The divorce wasn't exactly simple, and I had the handover process to take care of as well. It's not like I was just procrastinating.
Well, now you're officially unemployed, right? That's a big change. I'm sure things are going to be tough for you now, but hey, good luck with it.
I'm not exactly thrilled about being unemployed, but I won't be struggling either. It's not like I'm going to be destitute or anything.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I've worked hard at this company for a long time. I've saved up a decent amount of money over the years, and with the way things have been going lately, I'm not exactly in a bad spot.
I highly doubt that amount of money is anything to write home about. I mean, how much can you possibly have saved up?
You'd be surprised, but even if it's not as much as some people have, it's enough for me to manage. Plus, since the divorce is final, I'll be getting a share of the property division.
Hold on, property division? What are you talking about?
You know how it works. When a couple divorces, the law says that all assets earned during the marriage have to be split equally. That includes things like income, savings, and even investments. So I'll be getting my fair share of what we built together.
No way! Are you telling me Nathan's wealth is going to be halved? He worked hard for that money!
Yes, exactly. He was the vice president after all. He earned a decent salary, and everything he accumulated during the marriage is now up for division. So I'm getting a good chunk of that. Honestly, with what I'll get, I can live comfortably without needing to rush into another job.
Wait, that's insane! You're really going to take half of all that? Isn't that a bit much?
Well, think of it this way. It's not just about the money. It's about fairness. He was the one who betrayed me, and now I'm just claiming what's mine according to the law. Besides, I've got alimony coming my way too.
What? Alimony? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. He had an affair, and there are laws that protect people in situations like mine. He can't just walk away without facing some consequences for what he did.
Wait a second, if you get alimony and a share of Nathan's assets, you'll end up with more money than him, won't you?
That's the way it looks, and honestly, I don't really feel bad about it. He's the one who messed up, not me. But don't worry, I'm sure he'll bounce back quickly. He's the vice president. He'll make it all back in no time.
I guess that's true. But still, if you're gone now and Nathan and I get back together, well, I guess I can live with that. Maybe it's for the best.
It doesn't matter what you think, though. I'm getting what I'm entitled to, but just so you know, I'll be requesting alimony from you, too.
Wait, what? From me? Why on earth would you want alimony from me?
It's simple, really. You were part of the reason my family fell apart. You had a hand in destroying my marriage, so now you'll have to face the consequences, too. You can't just take away my chance at happiness and expect nothing to happen.
But I've already got everything I need. I have money. Why do you want more from me?
It's not about the money. It's about responsibility. You've got to pay for what you did, just like Nathan does. If I don't hold you accountable, then what's the point? This isn't just about making money off of you. It's about ensuring that what happened does not go unpunished.
This is just cruel. I never did anything to you directly. Why are you making me suffer like this?
You can think whatever you want, but in the end, I'm hiring a lawyer, and I'm filing the lawsuit. I'm going through with this, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I'm going to make sure that you take responsibility for your actions.
You know, I don't really care. Nathan will probably just pay for it all anyway. He'll take care of it. It's no big deal.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you're at peace with that. But as for me, I've got things to do before I leave the company. There's a lot I need to finish up, and I don't want to leave things hanging.
Promise, do you have a moment?
Yes, Jake. Is something wrong? You sound upset.
It's not just that I'm upset, Promise. You've done something monumental here. Something that could ruin everything we've worked for.
What are you talking about? Did I do something wrong?
I just got Bethany's resignation letter. When I asked her why she was leaving, she told me it was because of the affair between you and the vice president. She said she couldn't work with people like you anymore, and that she felt she had no choice but to leave.
I see. So that's what she said. I really am sorry, Jake. But yes, the truth is, the vice president and I were involved. We had an affair. But please understand, it wasn't just a casual fling. We were in love. We didn't plan it, but it happened. We truly care about each other, and it got to the point where we felt we couldn't keep pretending it wasn't there. I understand Bethany's feelings, but I think it was more than just the affair. It was also about her not being able to accept our relationship, and that's why she resigned. I believe that's what she meant.
You're telling me you don't feel the weight of what you've done? Bethany was a crucial part of this company, and you just let her walk away without a second thought?
I feel bad for Bethany, of course. I never wanted her to leave. But at the same time, Jake, this wasn't just about the affair. It was about following our hearts. It wasn't an easy decision, but sometimes people need to prioritize their own happiness. And I know that Bethany was hurt by this, but she's not the only one who had to make a choice.
You're making it sound so simple, but you have no idea what's going to happen to this company because of your actions. Don't you see that?
What do you mean? What's going to happen?
If Bethany leaves, it's a catastrophe. You're not seeing the full picture, Promise. She wasn't just an employee. She was the driving force behind our success.
But Jake, I don't understand. She was important, yes, but it's not like she was the only one contributing. We have a whole team. Surely we can manage without her.
That's where you're wrong. Bethany wasn't like the others. She wasn't just doing her job. She was creating something that would change the entire trajectory of this company. She developed the products that put us on the map. Her work was the backbone of our growth. Without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. Do you understand that?
Wait, what are you saying? I had no idea she was responsible for all that.
You wouldn't. She's not the kind of person to boast about her accomplishments, and it happened long before you even joined the company. Bethany kept a low profile, but everything we've achieved has been because of her. Do you know how much she changed things around here? Our sales, our reputation, it's all thanks to her. Now, if she leaves, we're looking at a major setback. You have no idea how crucial she is.
But she's not doing anything now. I haven't seen her working hard lately, so I don't see why it would matter if she quits.
That's exactly what you don't understand. Bethany wasn't just working on day-to-day tasks. She was in the middle of developing a new product, something that would secure our future for the next decade. You think she wasn't working, but she was involved in the kind of work that takes years to develop. It's not something that happens overnight.
Wait, so this new product is still in development?
Yes, and it was almost ready for launch. We were in talks with a partner who was willing to invest over $10 million into it. This wasn't some small project. This was a huge game-changing deal that could have secured our position in the market for years. But now with her leaving, it's all in jeopardy.
But if the development is almost finished, doesn't that mean it's done? I don't see how her leaving would change anything.
You're still not getting it. Bethany holds the patent for that product.
What? But doesn't the company own all patents?
Normally, yes, but the law is clear. If a product isn't finished during an employee's time with the company, the patent belongs to the individual who created it. If Bethany leaves now and finishes the product elsewhere, the patent goes to whatever company she works for next. We lose everything. That $10 million deal, gone. We won't be able to sell the product. The entire project could collapse.
Wait, you're saying she has that much power?
Yes, she has more power than you realize. And now because of you, everything she's worked for could be lost. The CEO is absolutely furious. And do you know what that means? You'll be held accountable for this. You can expect some severe consequences. Don't think you can just walk away from this.
Consequences? But I didn't want any of this to happen. I didn't plan for this.
Of course you didn't, but that doesn't change the reality. This is bigger than just your relationship. You've jeopardized the future of this company. There's no going back now. The board is going to be furious. The CEO will not let this slide, and I won't either.
Wait, what are you going to do? Is there any way to fix this?
It's too late for that promise. You've made your choice, and now we all have to deal with the fallout. You should have thought about that before you got involved with the vice president. You've put us all in an impossible situation.
Bethany, can I talk to you for a moment?
What is it? I'm kind of busy right now.
I wanted to talk to you about your resignation. I think if I speak to Jake now, he might be able to reverse it. He'd probably let you stay if you ask him.
Well, I'm sure he would.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he begged me not to leave. He asked me to reconsider, begged me to stay.
And you're still going to leave despite all of that?
Yes, I am. You did order me to leave after all.
I didn't give you an order, but I just thought you might be feeling pressured.
I appreciate you trying to look out for me, but the truth is, I've made up my mind. I'm not going to stay in a place like this any longer. I don't want to see your faces or anyone else's here ever again.
Wait, maybe this isn't the right decision. Don't you think you should reconsider?
What do you mean by that?
I know you're going through a lot right now, what with the divorce and all, but leaving the company? I'm just worried about you. It's going to be difficult, don't you think? Your whole life will change, and the transition might be harder than you think.
I told you money isn't a concern for me.
But you've always loved your job. You've always been so passionate about your work here. Don't you think being without it would be unbearable?
You're right, I do love my work here, but it's not just about the job anymore. It's about not having to deal with people who make me feel small. I can't work in an environment where I feel like everything I do is ignored or undermined.
But don't you think you could still enjoy working here if you stay? We could make it work.
Impossible. Not when you're here. Not with everything that's gone on. I can't face the same faces every day, especially after everything that's happened.
So, what are you planning to do?
Well, I have a contact who owns a company, and after hearing what happened, he reached out to me. He asked me to join them, and I've agreed. They've got a product in development, and I believe it'll be a huge success, so they want to bring me on board to help with that. I'm really excited about it.
Jake mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, but this new company, they want me to help finalize the product and get it ready for market. It's going to be something that really makes a difference. That's why I've made up my mind.
So there's already a plan in place? You've already lined up something new?
Yeah, I'm really grateful, and the terms they are offering are incredible. I won't have to worry about money at all, and I get to work on something I'm passionate about. Honestly, I won't miss anything about here, and I'm confident this is the right move for me.
You really are going through with this then?
You were the one who suggested I leave, remember? I'm just following through on that, but now you're trying to stop me from going? What's going on? Are you trying to change my mind?
I guess I didn't think it through before. I was worried you might regret leaving, but if you're already set on this, then I guess there's nothing I can say.
Exactly. I've made my decision. I'm not staying in a place where I'm constantly reminded of everything that's wrong. Nothing you say will change that. Promise, I heard you got fired.
What do you want? I honestly don't think I have anything left to say to you.
No, I was just thinking about how I haven't seen you around lately. When I asked around, I found out you got suspended and eventually fired. Can't say I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, that's what happened. If you want to mock me for it, go ahead.
I'm not trying to mock you. I just didn't expect it to happen like this, but I'm surprised you were the one to go before me.
You know, I don't care about any of this. I've got Nathan, the vice president, so even if I lose this job, I'll be perfectly fine. My life won't change that much.
Ah, so you still didn't know.
Know what?
Nathan's been fired too.
What?
Apparently, my resignation became a bigger issue than anyone thought. They decided to hold an emergency board meeting, and because of the role he played in all of this, they decided to remove him as well.
So that means he's really gone?
Yes, they kicked him out of the company and now he's unemployed, just like you.
No, this can't be happening.
I'm afraid it is. They've decided that what happened was serious enough to warrant this kind of action. He's no longer part of the company.
But what does this even mean? What was the point of all of this? You're still leaving and Nathan's gone too. It changes nothing.
Actually, I've changed my mind about leaving. I'm not going to resign after all.
Wait, what?
I told you I was leaving because I didn't want to work in a company filled with people like you. But now that both you and Nathan are out of the picture, I realize there's no reason for me to go. The company must have realized the same thing, and they've practically done it for me. If they've gone to such lengths to remove you both, I might as well stay.
You're kidding, right? So now you're saying I was forced out of this company for nothing? All of my work, all my years here, my position as the vice president's wife, gone! Everything's been completely destroyed!
Yes, and that's exactly what you deserve. All of it.
What do you mean that's what I deserve? You think I deserve this?
You've made your bed, you've done things you shouldn't have, and now you have to face the consequences. Frankly, you don't have any right to complain about it.
This is unbelievable. I've lost everything!
I get it, but guess what? You've got Nathan, right? Now that he's unemployed too, you two can stick together and figure it out. You're still together, and you can lean on each other. As for me, I don't care what happens to either of you anymore. I'm done. Don't ever come near me again, and make sure to tell Nathan the same thing. I've been getting endless messages from him asking for another chance. It's over. I don't want anything to do with him, and I don't want anything to do with either of you. Promise and Nathan remarried, hoping to rebuild the relationship after everything they had been through. However, things quickly became more complicated. Alimony demands drained their finances, and the stress of struggling to make ends meet put immense pressure on their marriage. The financial strain led to constant arguments, and emotional baggage from the past only deepened the divide. Their hopes for a fresh start faded, and within a year, they decided to divorce. Nathan now lives alone, financially drained and struggling to get by. He never imagined his life would turn out this way. Promise, too, is working multiple part-time jobs to cover her expenses and alimony payments. It's exhausting, and the stress seems overwhelming, but she keeps pushing through. In contrast, I've managed to stay grounded in my career. I've contributed to the success of new product launches, and I'm proud of the results. However, I know I can't get complacent. There's always more to do, and I'm working on a new project that will require dedication and hard work. Success isn't guaranteed, but I'm determined to give it my best effort. I rely on my team for support, and our strong collaboration has been crucial to our achievements. The road ahead will be tough, but I'm ready for the challenges. I'm excited about the future, and I know it will take persistence and teamwork to accomplish great things. Although the journey is long, I'm committed to pushing forward, learning from each obstacle, and striving for excellence, knowing that success will come with hard work and perseverance. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, do you know about the rumor that's been spreading around town recently?
Huh? What's with the sudden question?
I just wanted to talk to someone about it. I had to share it because it freaked me out when I heard it.
Oh? What's the rumor? Is it something scary?
It doesn't really have anything to do with you. I mean, even if it's true, it's not like it'll affect your wedding, right?
What? What's that supposed to mean? My wedding is coming up, you know?
Well, whatever. It's not like you're getting married right now, right? And even if it's some kind of curse or something, your wedding will probably balance it out. It's like a zero-something.
You're talking nonsense. Just get to the point already. What's this rumor you're talking about?
Okay, listen to this. Apparently, at night, late into the night, something strange happens around here. What? What happens? You're scaring me already. It's the car burglaries that have been happening. They say it's been going on recently. Car burglaries? Seriously? I know, right? I was thinking it was some kind of ghost story at first. But here's the thing. The way these burglaries are happening, it's almost like the work of a ghost.
What do you mean a ghost?
Apparently, there have been several incidents already. The problem is, there's no evidence left behind, and the police haven't been able to identify the culprit. Some people are even wondering if it could be a ghost doing it.
A ghost stealing stuff from cars? That's kind of pathetic, don't you think? What, are the spirits in this town that broke?
I know, right? But still, it's weird how there's no trace of the criminal. It's as if someone is going around without leaving any clue. Some are even starting to believe it's a ghost for real.
Well, I think the whole thing is kind of silly. Who would believe a ghost would do something like that? Still, it's creepy, I guess.
You should be careful, too. Didn't Gavin just buy a new car?
Yeah, he did. He told me his security system is top-notch, though, so I wasn't too worried. But then again, if it's a ghost, it doesn't matter how good your security is, right?
I guess you're right. There's really no way to protect against something like that, huh? Anyway, I bet this whole ghost story will be a nice distraction for you before your wedding, huh?
What? What kind of distraction are you talking about? What does that even mean?
Well, at least I'll get you thinking about something else besides the stress at the wedding. That's gotta be good, right?
Ugh, seriously, I can't tell if you're joking or if you're for real right now.
Come on, you know I'm just messing with you. But hey, make sure to enjoy the wedding. I'm coming, of course.
Of course you're coming. And don't forget, I'm going to make sure to eat and drink my fill. I need to get my money's worth from that gift money.
Good luck with that. Getting your money's worth is going to be harder than you think.
What's going on? You're still not here. The wedding is about to start. And do you have any clue who just came up behind me and pushed me to the ground? It was some girl, but she ran off before I could get a good look.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. I should have contacted you earlier, but sorry, today's wedding is canceled.
Wait, what? What do you mean it's canceled?
I know this sounds crazy, but I actually got back together with my ex, so I'm marrying her instead. Sorry, really. And my ex was the one who pushed you down earlier. She told me she wanted to make sure you knew to never touch me again.
What? Are you serious? Are you messing with me? And how did your ex come into this place unnoticed?
Nope, no prank here. I mean, I'm excited about it, actually. Getting back with my ex feels pretty great. And she was able to waltz right in when I dropped her off there.
That's really creepy.
Nah, trust me, it's no joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't be telling you this now. I wouldn't have waited this long to let you know, right?
What do you mean you're serious? Are you really canceling the wedding?
You don't have to believe me, but you won't see me at the wedding today. Seriously, just accept it and move on. You should focus on the ceremony.
Focus on the ceremony? Everyone's already here. The guests are all gathered. We can't just cancel everything now.
Well, what about a bingo game or something? You rented out a huge venue, right? Might as well use it for something fun, huh?
Are you kidding me? We're talking about a wedding, not some random party. People would riot if we turned this into a bingo game.
Well, that works out too, doesn't it?
What the heck are you talking about? Is this a joke? Are you seriously telling me you're canceling the wedding for real?
I am, and it's not a joke. If I wasn't serious, I wouldn't have skipped out on this evening. It's way past the time I should have been there.
What is going on with you? What were you even thinking?
You know, love makes people crazy. I feel bad for you, but hey, you gotta accept this as a sacrifice for love, right?
Do you seriously think that's an excuse? Can you at least look sorry about this? You're acting like this is all some big joke.
Nah, I don't need to look sorry. If I acted all serious about it, it'd probably just make you more pissed off.
Honestly, I'm more pissed off at you than anything. At least apologize for real, you jerk!
Hey, watch your language! You've got a mouth on you! I get why you're angry, but try to calm down, all right? If you keep acting like this, you won't find any other guy willing to marry you.
You're the worst. Seriously, you're such a jerk.
I get it, but you really should learn to calm down. You don't want to scare off any future suitors, do you?
Seriously? That's insane. Can something like that really happen? I've seen videos like that on YouTube sometimes, but it always seemed like something unreal. But to hear it from you is just unbelievable.
I'm shocked too. I never imagined Gavin would. I always thought he was the most sincere person, exactly like his name suggested. I never expected this from him, honestly. All this time, I believed in him completely, but now it feels like everything I thought I knew has turned upside down.
So you're saying your judgment of men was completely wrong?
It seems like he was nothing like the person I thought he was. Just a carefree guy with no sincerity at all, huh? The way he treated things. He didn't seem to have any depth, no sense of responsibility. I'm starting to wonder how I could have missed it. Maybe I was blinded by what I wanted to see, rather than what was really in front of me.
But who's this ex-girlfriend? I'm curious now. What kind of person is she? From what you've said, she must be something else for him to act this way. Did she have any kind of hold on him? Or is she just some random person who's playing him? You must know something about her. You've seen something, right?
Well, I don't really know her either. To be honest, I don't even know much about her. But there was this one time I walked into the room and saw him texting her. It was clear that something was going on. At the time, he tried to brush it off, saying she was just someone from a business meeting. But I'm not so sure about that. His reaction seemed way too suspicious. I had a bad feeling about it right from the start.
What was her name? Can you remember her name? I need to know. Every little detail might help me figure out what's really going on here. What was it that he said? Maybe that'll lead us to some answers. If we know her name, we can start understanding everything that's happened.
Her name was Gigi. Yeah, it was Gigi. Now that I think about it, that name just doesn't sound right for a business partner. Why would someone from a business relationship use their first name with him? It doesn't make sense at all, does it? Why would anyone register a business contact with the first name unless they were closer than just business partners? That's when it all started to make sense to me. This wasn't some work-related thing. It was definitely something else, something far more personal.
So it sounds like he was definitely cheating on you. I'm sorry to say, but that possibility is looking more and more like the truth. I don't want to make any assumptions, but the signs are pointing in that direction. It's hard to ignore what's right in front of us. At this point, we can't ignore the facts anymore. He wasn't just busy with work like he claimed. He was lying to you, and now it's all coming to light. So what's going to happen with the wedding now? Is there any chance you'll still go through with it? I know you probably want to just forget about the whole thing, but it seems like you have to deal with it somehow. This is a huge mess now, and it's not something you can just walk away from. You have to take some kind of action. So what do you think you'll do about it? What's your next step?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just as confused as you are. Part of me wants to just leave and never look back, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who came for this ceremony. I don't want to ruin everything for them, especially after everything we've put together. I think I'll tell the guests the truth, let them know what's really going on. I'll return the gifts they gave, and I'll have him pay for the wedding expenses. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. If he wanted this wedding, he'll have to deal with the cost himself.
That sounds like the right thing to do. At least this way, you're doing what's right by everyone. It's not fair to make you shoulder all the responsibility for his mistakes. You didn't ask for this, and you shouldn't have to deal with it alone. If he's the one who messed up, then it's only fair he pays for the mess he's made. I'll help you with that. You're not alone in this. We'll get through it together.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I would have done without your support right now. It means
Go smoothly? Was everything all right, or did anything else go wrong? How'd the bingo game go? Was it as exciting as they say?
there was no bingo game. Can you believe that? There was no fun and games or anything like that. I ended up having to deal with all the serious stuff instead. I gave the gift money back to the guests and made sure their travel expenses were covered too. But guess what? You're going to have to pay for all of that. It's only fair.
Oh, sure. Just tell my parents about it. They're responsible. They'll take care of things for me. They'll handle it. They'll probably pay it on my behalf. No problem.
They already paid for it. But don't forget, the responsibility still falls on you. You can't just get away without paying. You're not going to escape that.
So that's why my dad's been calling me so many times. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not going to pay for it. My family has enough money. It's just a small sum to us. No big deal. It's nothing.
That's not the point. The point is that you should take responsibility for your actions. You can't just brush it off like this. It's your mess to clean up, not anyone else's. You can't keep hiding from your own mistakes.
When it comes to love, nothing makes sense anymore. It changes everything. Honestly, I've never cared about logic when it comes to love. You can say all the right things, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I know what I want, and that's what matters.
What are you even trying to say? You're just full of excuses, aren't you? You're selfish and refuse to face the truth. You're just pretending to be someone you're not.
If it's for love, then being selfish makes sense. You wouldn't understand unless you've been in my shoes. Have you never loved someone so much that you just couldn't see anything else? That's what love does to you. It makes you blind, but I'm not sorry about that.
Shut up, you idiot! You really don't get it, do you? You just keep digging yourself deeper into this hole. But fine, I'm done here. You want to keep living in your fantasy world? That's your problem. By the way, what's your ex-girlfriend like? I'm curious about her now. What kind of person is she? You must know something about her, right?
Gigi? She's the most beautiful, noble woman I've ever met. Honestly, she's out of this world.
Ah, so it's really her. I thought so. I saw you talking to her recently. You don't hide things like that very well.
Well, what's the point in hiding it now? I've made my choice. You should hurry up and find someone else. You're gonna be alone forever if you keep holding on to this.
Just so you know, there's no place for you here anymore. You've lost everyone's trust. No one is going to welcome you back now. There's nothing left for you here.
I'm not coming back. Don't worry, I'm not interested. But thank you for the advice.
Well, I guess I wish you all the best.
Thanks. Honestly, I'm happier than I've ever been. We're so happy that we're both crying right now.
Huh? What? What happened?
Listen carefully. I'm tailing that guy right now.
Huh? Who's this guy?
That scumbag, of course, Gavin.
What? What's going on?
So I was out for work, right? I happened to see him walking with a woman. He was in pajamas, and it seemed like he lived around here. So I figured no choice but to tail him.
Yeah, well, that's definitely worth tailing. So what's this big scoop?
Well, up until now, I've just spotted him, but I'm going to find the scoop soon. I'm in a car, and I'm ready for an overnight stakeout.
You don't have to go that far. I'd say that, but please do it. I'm seriously dying to know.
Honesty is the best policy.
No way! Did you find something?
That woman, she just came out of Gavin's house.
At this hour? Why?
I parked a little further away from the apartment in a discreet spot, and I've been watching from the back seat. Now she's trying to open this car.
Huh? What do you mean?
So, this Gigi woman is trying to open the car I'm in. She doesn't realize I'm in the back seat.
What's going on? Wait, what's the situation?
I've already called the police. This woman is seriously scary.
Could she be the rumored car thief around town?
That's what I'm thinking. The police showed up, and she ran off. I'm glad. That was really scary.
Yeah, I can imagine that was scary. Good job. At least we can be sure she's definitely a car thief.
She knew what she was doing for sure. She almost got the car open. I almost thought about shouting, but if she realized I was inside, I had no idea what she would do, so I didn't.
But she ran off, right? I'm glad.
I'm going to tell the police what happened.
Yeah, thanks for...
Huh? What are you talking about?
I already know everything. Avery got arrested, right? And you ended up taking on her debt, didn't you?
How do you know about that?
We have some sources of information here. I just wanted to emphasize that there's no place for you here anymore.
No! I was tricked! Gigi made me sign some strange papers, and before I knew it, I was a guarantor! Now that Gigi's been arrested and can't pay back the debt, it's coming for me!
You're telling me this, but it's your own fault for not reading the documents carefully. Acting like the victim now doesn't make sense.
But I was crazy in love! I would have done anything for Avery!
So what? Do you think I'll say, well, that's just how it is? Do you think I should feel sorry for you?
No, it's not that! But you can't just leave me like this. You can at least help me a little.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm going to help you. You've had everything handed to you, and now you expect me to help? That's insane.
But I never expected Gigi to be involved in fraud like that. Apparently she was involved in a bunch of illegal activities. Do you know how it feels to love someone only to find out they were a thief?
Do you know how it feels to have the man you loved run away with his ex just before your wedding?
Yeah, I get that, but it couldn't be helped. I was desperate back then.
Even now, after everything that's happened, you're still asking for help? That's messed up. I'm seriously disappointed in you. No matter what you say, I'm never getting back with you.
Wait, hold on. I can't get in touch with any of my friends.
Of course you can't. After you bailed on the wedding, I explained everything to the guests, and I'm sure they've all lost respect for you by now. They don't want anything to do with you.
Damn! This is messed up! Can you get in touch with my parents?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I can't even get through to my parents! I'm worried, so can you try reaching out to them for me?
No way. You just want them to help you, right? After everything that's happened, they're probably fed up with you too. I'm not going to get involved in your mess.
I can't believe you're saying that. If they abandon me, I won't be able to survive! Please, just contact them!
Fine, I'll tell them on your behalf. They're willing to forgive you if you pay back the wedding costs and the guests' transportation fees they covered for you.
Huh?
They're kind-hearted people. It's not even that hard to return what they've covered, and they'll forgive you once you do what's right.
But I have no money right now! Gigi made me take on her debt!
So what?
I mean, I literally have no money. There's no way I can pay back the wedding expenses anytime soon. I need to talk to my parents first.
I don't know what to say, but you need to get that money together quickly. Otherwise, no one's going to forgive you. Not your parents, not your friends, not anyone.
Wait! I'm drowning in debt here! I've already had to take loans! Help me out!
You're the kind of guy who'd do anything for love, right? Why don't you just pay off Gigi's debt for her? You clearly still care about her.
I don't love Avery anymore. She just deceived me. That woman, she even rummaged through my new car.
Oh, speaking of your new car.
Ah, damn, I've been so overwhelmed that I forgot about the loan. The payments are still there. What the hell am I supposed to do about it?
Why don't you try selling it to someone who could pay for it in one go?
No way! I'm not letting go of that car! If I sell it, I'm officially a loser!
You're already a loser, though. How does it feel to be hated by your friends, hated by your parents, and still driving around in a luxury car with so much debt?
Shut up! A man's got his pride!
A man with pride wouldn't say, "Can you contact my parents for me?"
Shut up! You're just mocking me, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'd be crazy not to mock you, you piece of trash.
You keep calling me trash? Just wait! I'll make sure I get my revenge on you!
What's your revenge going to be, huh? Do you think people are going to suddenly start feeling sorry for you because you've suffered a little?
I'll make sure to prove you wrong! I'll make it all work out no matter what!
You really think you can fix this? You're just digging yourself deeper. There's nothing left to salvage here. You've lost everything. Friends, family, and now you're even losing your own dignity.
Don't talk like you know everything about me. You think I care about that stuff right now?
Honestly, I don't care what you think. You should have thought about all of this before you got yourself into this mess. Gigi isn't the only one to blame here, Gavin. You let yourself get fooled, and now you're paying the price.
I didn't know she was like this. I was blind, okay? I thought I was helping her, but she was just using me the whole time.
And now it's too late. You've been used, and there's no one left to help you. You think your parents are going to forgive you just because you say you're sorry? No, they're done with you. Everyone is done with you.
Hey, Bella, how's it going? I'm doing just fine here. As you can see from the photo I sent earlier, life's good.
Wait, is this Gigi?
Yep, we got back together. I still have my debts, and Gigi's got a ton of alimony and damages to pay. But we're living happily together, even though things are tough.
Wait, why would you even want to get back with her?
You know, you can't fight love, even if she was the one who betrayed me. Once I love someone, it's hard to just turn that off, right?
You're still saying weird things. Well, whatever. Do whatever you want.
I told you, didn't I? I'll show you up. See? I'm doing just fine here.
So, should I just say, well, that's great, I give up?
No need to say anything. I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy. Anyway, take care. Go ahead and live alone in loneliness.
Well, I hope you stay some news.
Hey, stop it! I told you, stop contacting me. Just leave me alone.
Oh man, apparently Gigi got arrested again. A repeat offense while on probation. Looks like she's definitely heading for prison now.
What the hell? Are you just trying to provoke me?
You were the one who started it with all that talk. Live alone in loneliness. Isn't that exactly your situation?
Damn it! Fine, but Gigi, without a doubt, still loved me. Even if everything else falls apart, that's enough for me.
Oh, don't act tough now. Wasn't she the one who stole your car? How is it that the woman you supposedly love steals your car and runs off?
You even know about that?
I told you, I have a source here. I know everything.
Enough already! How much lower are you gonna make me feel?
I'm not doing anything, though. Besides, you're the one who made me feel miserable first, leaving the bride stranded at the wedding, remember?
I apologized for that back then!
No, you were just smiling like an idiot. You didn't apologize, and it's not something you can just apologize for either.
So, then what am I supposed to do? Betrayed my love, losing everything? What am I supposed to do with myself now?
Well, I don't really know, but how about you try a bingo tournament by yourself? Appreciate it. Thanks to your network, I've been able to get a lot of help. Well, I just did some personal research, you know. Maybe I should consider becoming a detective. It was actually pretty fun. Why not? Go for it. After all, you've already started making those detective-like YouTube videos recently, haven't you? Huh? How do you know about that? You've been saying, I'm going to do all sorts of investigations, but that sounds way too vague, don't you think? Hey, stop it! That's embarrassing! How do you even know about that? I haven't told anyone. Well, I have my own sources of information, you see. Gavin apparently decided to go directly to his parents to apologize for everything. He was seeking some kind of redemption, perhaps hoping they would forgive him for all the wrongs he had committed over the years. However, as everyone knows, he was in no position to be forgiven. The wedding expenses that he still had not paid off were a significant factor in this. It was an amount that was not small, and it weighed heavily on everyone involved, especially his parents. Despite the fact that they might have wanted to extend some form of forgiveness, the financial burden he had caused them was far too great to overlook. How could they forgive someone who had failed to take responsibility for such an important matter? It seemed impossible, and as expected, they turned him away at the door. They did not even let him in to explain himself further. It was a cruel reality for Gavin, one that he had to face after everything he had put his family through. His actions had led to so much strain on his relationships, and this was a direct result of his failure to be accountable for his past mistakes, as I heard. Gavin had been living a life constantly pursued by debt collectors. These relentless collectors were a daily reminder of his poor financial decisions and his inability to pay off the ever-growing amount of debt that hung over his head. The pressure was immense, and the strain must have been unbearable at times. In an attempt to get by, he resorted to doing whatever he could to make some money. He ended up taking on various day labor jobs, hoping they would help him stay afloat. It wasn't a glamorous life by any means, but it was the reality he had to live with. He did not have the luxury of choosing his work. He took whatever came his way just to survive. There was no room for pride, no space for dreams. Only the immediate need to earn enough to get through another day. But despite his best efforts, it wasn't enough. The amount of debt he had accumulated was far too large to tackle with just these temporary low-paying jobs. The pressure only kept building, and Gavin's situation continued to deteriorate. His stress levels must have been unbearable, waking up each morning knowing that no matter how hard he worked, he would never be able to outrun the mistakes of his past. Eventually, the weight of his debts became too much to bear, and he resorted to increasingly desperate measures to try and resolve his financial woes. It was during this time of desperation that he made a fateful decision. He turned to car theft. I know it sounds extreme, but it seemed to be the only way he could think of to make quick cash and somehow get out of the financial hole. From what I've heard, Gavin became involved in stealing from vehicles, breaking into cars to take whatever valuables he could find. It was a risky and illegal move, one that showed just how far he had fallen. The pressure, the fear of being constantly hounded by debt collectors, and the mounting bills must have clouded his judgment. Maybe he thought he was out of options. Maybe he convinced himself that this was just temporary, that he would pay it all back one day. But as we all know, that kind of thinking only leads deeper into trouble. And trouble did find him. Actions like that don't go unnoticed. The law eventually caught up with him, and Gavin was arrested for his crimes. I heard the news, and at first, I wasn't sure what to think. On one hand, it seemed like a logical consequence of the choices he had made, but on the other hand, it was hard not to feel a little sorry for him. His life had become a series of poor decisions, one after another, and now he was paying the price. But after that arrest, I lost track of him. I don't know what happened to him after that. His name seemed to fade away from the news, and there was no further mention of him in the circles I used to hear about him from. Maybe he got out of jail and tried to start over. Maybe he got caught up in something even worse. It's hard to say if he turned things around or if he continued down the same destructive path. The uncertainty about his fate leaves a lingering question. Where did Gavin go after that, and how did he handle the consequences of his actions? At times, I can't help but wonder whether the man Gigi had been involved with will follow the same trajectory as Gavin. If you think about it, their situations are not all that different. Both men had a tendency to make reckless decisions, and both were caught in a web of their own making. Gigi's ex might eventually find himself spiraling down a similar path, one of crime and desperation. After all, it's not that hard to imagine someone who has already shown signs of poor judgment falling even further. If that's the case, it would be a sad and terrifying outcome. And if this happens, then Gigi truly is a frightening woman. She might not realize the role she plays in the lives of the men she chooses to be with, but the consequences of her relationships could be far-reaching and irreversible. If she continues down this path, drawing men like Gavin and others into her orbit, then it's easy to see how things could spiral out of control. There's a sense of foreboding that comes with the idea that the men in her life might face tragic outcomes because of their connections with her. It's a troubling thought, one that leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but all we can do is speculate on the future. As for me, I've managed to carve out a different kind of life. Unlike Gavin, I'm not bogged down by debt or poor decisions. In fact, I'm living quite a carefree life at the moment. I'm enjoying my single life, taking each day as it comes and finding happiness in the little things. There's no weight on my shoulders, no constant worry about money or obligations. My life is my own, and I'm happy with that. One of the things that has brought me joy recently is working on a fun little project with Riley. Together, we've started a sort of detective-themed channel where we attempt to solve mysteries, albeit in a rather playful way. Our main focus has been finding lost cats. It's not exactly a high-stakes operation, but it brings us joy nonetheless. Every day, we venture out, asking around and looking for missing pets. It's become a sort of daily routine for us, and while it's not exactly lucrative, it's certainly entertaining. We share our experiences and document our little adventures online. It's a bit quirky, but it keeps us busy and adds a bit of fun to our lives. The other day, we found a cat named Pumpkin. The poor thing had been missing for nearly a week, and its owner had almost given up hope. When we finally tracked it down, stuck under a neighbor's porch, the look of relief on the owner's face was enough to make the whole effort worthwhile. Little moments like that remind me why I enjoy this small, strange project. Riley and I joke that we're the worst detectives in the world because we only solve the easiest mysteries. But it doesn't matter. We enjoy it, and for now, that's enough. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.